Hello everybody, this is Krista and welcome back to Adventures in Metaphysics. Today I wanted to share a walkthrough with you of the Art History Tarot for Past Lives. I've recently become interested in using tarot to do past life readings, and when I was searching around for more information, I came across this deck. And I thought, what better tool than something called the Tarot for Past Lives? And I also am a huge art history person, so it really just combined a lot of different interests for me. And it's just a really unique tool, so I just wanted to share it today. And I also just realized, the reason I paused is because I just realized my nails match this perfectly. That is just a fun thing. Anyway, so the deck is from Red Orchid Publishing. So they have these beautiful red orchids on the card backs, which I just love. The deck comes in a regular tuck box. And these I typically don't use purely because I'm afraid of ruining them. I tend to tear things like this pretty easily. So I actually will open them up. Ooh, I don't want to mess this up. And just fold them or press them flat and store them that way. But what I really liked about this one is on the inside it says, Happy Divining. I don't know, I just love little small details like that. But anyhow, so the cards come in that little tuck box and you get this really nice big book with it that goes through all of the card meetings, as well as it giving you a spread to kind of start out with, which was really nice as a total beginner to this. I really had no idea where to even start. So I'm going to share about the guidebook, I think, as we go. But let's get into the cards because they really are just super interesting. So each card has a piece of art as the illustration, and we get a keyword as well as the regular tarot association. I do also really like that we get the title and artist of the painting right on the card. I think that's really nice. I like having that information. So these cards are kind of broken up into different categories. So you get different people, cultures, places, ideas, and you'll see as we go along, but it's very interesting how they're broken up. So when I'm reading these, I tend to look at both the keyword and the tarot association to kind of see what makes sense and what's working with the rest of the cards. But again, we will go through that as we go along. So this is the Fool, and that is meant to be you. So when this card shows up, you know that the message pertains specifically to you yourself. The Magician is Africa. So there we have a place. The High Priestess is before Christ. So we also get time periods. It's just really interesting what's included in this. The Empress is Mother. Emperor, Father. The Hierophant, Religion. The Lovers are lovers. I think it's really interesting how not for every card, but a lot of the cards, the tarot association and the keyword pretty much make sense. I think with the places, you could look into it and maybe there's an association there, but from just my sort of flipping through, I think it's a bit random, but I could be wrong. The Chariot is America. Strength is strength. The Hermit is Asia. The Wheel of Fortune is Fate. I love this card. It's really interesting when this one comes up. Justice, we have Justice. The Hanged Man is Premature Death. I think it's interesting how many of the cards come up with their own name. It just goes to show that you could really use any tarot deck and sort of use the archetypes and the meanings to come up with a past life reading. So you don't necessarily need a tool like this, but I do think it's really nice to get those associated keywords. Anyway, Death is death. Temperance is karmic lesson. The Devil is slavery. The Tower is plague. The Star is Europe. The Moon is South America. See, like cards like this, I don't really know if there's totally a connection between the tarot card and the place given. Not one I can think of, which is fine, but for the most, when they do connect, I think that's interesting. The Sun is Australia. Judgment is the Middle East. The World is migration. Okay, now we're onto our Wands cards. For the Ace of Wands, we have Korea. Two of Wands, China. Three of Wands, High Middle Ages. Four of Wands, Late Middle Ages. Five of Wands is conflict. Six of Wands, 16th century. Seven of Wands, resolute. Eight of Wands, 18th century. Some of the paintings, I will say, I think all of them are really done well on the cards. This one looks a bit stretched to me, but I think that's the only one I've noticed that may have happened to. I could be wrong, but it does, well, I don't know. I might be wrong. To me, it looks a little bit stretched, but again, I might just be being picky. Nine of Wands, prison. Ten of Wands, depression. Page of Wands, sun. Knight of Wands, traveler. Queen of Wands, visible woman. I'm gonna have to look more into what that means. I keep meaning to and then forgetting, but I wonder what the term visible woman means. I've never heard that before. King of Wands, philandering man. I love that we have Henry VIII. That works so perfectly. I really love that. Ace of Cups, turkey. Two of Cups, spouse. Three of Cups, friendship. Four of Cups, apathy. Five of Cups, loss. Six of Cups, karmic connection. Seven of Cups, poison. I love that too. I have such a fascination with poisons though. We just got a really cool book in at the library all about poisons, and what I like, I wish I could think of the name and I don't have it right here, but what's cool about this particular book is that it goes into, these symptoms, I guess, of poisons, but also gives the scientific explanation about what it actually does to your body, like why it causes that reaction, which is something I totally don't know about and I'm excited to learn. Anyway, Eight of Cups, abandonment. Nine of Cups, Congo. Ten of Cups, twin flames. Page of Cups, daughter. Knight of Cups, hero. Queen of Cups, loving woman. King of Cups, benevolent man. Ace of Swords, we have Japan. Two of Swords, genetic illness. Three of Swords, brokenhearted. Four of Swords, chronic illness. Five of Swords, violence. Six of Swords, drowning. Seven of Swords, betrayal. Eight of Swords, oppression. Nine of Swords, dreams. Ten of Swords, we have murder. This is one of my favorite paintings. Any painting about Judith decapitating Holofernes is, oh, they're all so good, but I love this particular one. Page of Swords, brother. Knight of Swords, soldier. Queen of Swords, irrational woman. I love this one too. That is so good. King of Swords, irrational man. Ace of Pentacles, we have Spain. Two of Pentacles, India. Three of Pentacles, old age. Four of Pentacles, greed. Five of Pentacles, starvation. Six of Pentacles, charity. Seven of Pentacles, 17th century. Greece is Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, 19th century. Ten of Pentacles, Mexico. Page of Pentacles, sister. This is such a beautiful painting. Knight of Pentacles, true friend. Okay. Queen of Pentacles is Indigenous woman, but I'm missing a card. And I have a feeling that Stevie the cat might be the culprit because I had it a second ago. I was right. Stevie was on the table before and must have just dragged it on the ground with her when she left. But the King of Pentacles is Indigenous man. And I think I actually forgot to mention, so I don't keep the cards in the tuck box, like I said. So instead of keeping it in that, I made this, here, let me get my button closed. I made this little 2-pocket bag to fit the big guidebook with it as well. And I'm just really proud of this thing. So the guidebook fits right in here. So the size is made to the guidebook. So instead of making 2 pockets, because I just kind of thought, I really don't like keeping my cards in both the box and the bag because then it's, 2 steps to take out. So instead of making 2 pockets where I kind of thought these might tumble around a bit, I made a little pouch on the inside that just holds the cards pretty snug in there. If I can get it in. Yeah. So I thought that was fun. So I thought it would be fun, since I'm really just starting to learn about past life readings through tarot, to kind of learn together, and instead of pulling cards for a message, maybe we can try and pull as an example for a past life. So I think I'm going to ask what past life is most prevalent to my current life right now. I think that would be a good question to ask. If anyone has any resources that they really like for past life readings, definitely leave that in the comments because I'd be super interested to see that. I love seeing how different people shuffle and how they decide to pull cards. I think it's so interesting what people find natural versus others. Like, I know some people will pull right from the top or cut the deck. I kind of randomly pull based on what's sticking out to me. So we're going to do 3 cards. I think that's good. So we have Visible Woman. Oh, I'm excited for that one to have popped up. poison, premature death, which is Queen of Wands, Seven of Cups, Hanged Man. That's interesting. So I think we should go through the guidebook, so that way I can show you what I mean by giving both interpretations. So we'll start out with the Hanged Man, since that'll pop up first. Okay, so we're given both the in a past life interpretation and the alternative interpretation. So the alternative is about the regular tarot card meaning, where the past life is associated with the keyword. So in a past life, this is the card for unfinished business. A goal you had in a previous life remained unmet when an untimely death interrupted your work. Part of your mission in this life is to complete the goal you had set for yourself. When you reach this goal, your joy will be full and climactic because the weight and hard work spans lifetimes. Really interesting. But the alternative interpretation is you could have a spiritual block right now that is making it seem near impossible for you to move forward. This blockage is not limited to this life, but is rooted in a past life and fears carried from that life. If you have been recently asking yourself, what is wrong with me? This is probably the correct interpretation for this card. That is an interesting interpretation. I think we're going to go with the past life on that. I mean, we'll see in relation to the other cards, but I cannot say I've been asking, what is wrong with me? I mean, don't we all ask that pretty often, but not seriously. So let's see. Where are we now? Oh, we're in cups. Oh, I passed. All right, we don't have to read through all these, but for poison is that in the past life, it's pretty much possible that your cause of death is that you suffered from poison. If so, you're likely to read the labels of most of what you consume, even if you're not watching calories. That's pretty funny. So the alternative interpretation is this card also carries messages of illusion or fantasy, which lines up with Seven of Cups. Interesting. Okay, let's do our last one quick. And I'm very interested to see what it has to say about this queen. Okay. A woman who gets noticed. She's often the life of the party and socially graceful. She defied expectations by delving into philosophy. She often dressed as a man in disguise and was rumored to have an affair. She turned heads. Okay, I guess that makes sense, like making yourself pretty visible. The Queen of Wands can often appear to represent the other woman in a relationship. Oh, what? No, okay. Sorry, that was quite the reaction, but I've not seen the Queen of Wands as the other woman. How scandalous. Well, okay. Let's see what we can think about these cards. So I do like the premature death idea, and this idea that of unfinished business, of being able to get over something and accomplish in this life maybe what you set out to do in the past life, or something similar. And so I think when we put these together, I think something I can think about, I'm going to pair them that way, is that in the camera? Something to think about is that possibly something I was trying to accomplish in a past life was putting myself out there more, staying more in reality and less in this place of illusion of kind of creating my own world and being a little bit solitary in that way. Perhaps I was the same way in a past life. I know I definitely have a tendency to be that way now, but I'm working on pushing myself to be more of a visible woman, I guess you could say. Sort of get out of my comfort zone and accomplish things that I want to do instead of just spending so much time thinking about them. So that's really interesting. I think that worked out. And as you can see, you know, it kind of takes a combination of looking at the tarot card meanings or just the keywords, where this one, you know, I'm not taking this to mean poison. I'm looking at it in the Seven of Cups way. But this is just a really interesting tool. I've been really excited to keep working with it. So I hope you all enjoyed that walkthrough, and have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you soon.